In points, rebounds, assists, steals, all categories. Yeah. He's averaging more rebounds than James Wiseman.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everyone, and thank you once again for coming to This Egg's YouTube channel. Yeah, I shaved my head. Hope you guys liked that clip in the beginning of that moment. I knew I messed up. But essentially, shaved my head, no big deal. Let's talk about some writing. So I'm gonna go set up my camera and then let's go just vibe. And I have some exciting news about said story. No, I'm gonna go put a hat on.
Like, be honest, do I look that bad with just a hat and like an egg head? I don't know, my mom said I have like a perfect head. I don't know, you tell me. All right guys, so let's talk about my very first script I ever wrote. So yesterday I was just kind of sitting here at night, just kind of like in between like editing videos and just doing work and reading and everything. I was just kind of like writing my script, trying to grab inspiration. To grab inspiration, I was watching a lot of anime. Attack on Titans, shout out, great show. Ending messed me up though, but yeah, regardless. All right guys, really quickly I want to go over the first page of the script and a little bit of the second page, but essentially what we have here on the screen is just, you show off right here, we have the introduction to how this scene is going to start. We are fading in, and then it's just, you know, somebody who's frantic skipping around in their closet just trying to put a suit on because they are late to their own graduation. I don't say it's a graduation here, but you will like quickly learn within the next like 3 or 4 lines that it is a graduation. And obviously the first thing that the character Joe does, which the story is based on me, is he rips his pants. He rips his pants and then he has a very, you know, fuck it, who's gonna see anyways, it's on Zoom because we are setting this scene in a pandemic, because I don't think this pandemic is gonna be done anytime soon. I think it would be very idiotic to set this whole scene in real time, if that's like, you know, yeah, like in real time, like without a pandemic. It is what it is, we're in a pandemic, let's just embrace it. So walking up the stairs with the camera zoom on his ass, because it's such a, you know, comedic thing, in my opinion at least. And it's like, Mom, how do I look? Good morning. And then this is kind of like where I'm like trying to accentuate the relationship that my mother and I have, very like she's my best friend and everything. So I would just be like, yeah, don't worry, don't answer that, I look good. And my mom would tell me something she literally tells me every day is, God help your wife. Why did I take my hat for that? I don't know. But essentially what I'm trying to do here in building up the relationship with my mom and I is just building up how close we are, yet have a comedic relationship. And if you see the very last line right here, it's like, Habibi, you were so little. I remember your first day at school and now we're at your last. I don't know, like, it's nice, it's like wholesome, and I feel like it's something my mom would. But essentially, what I wanted to go off that is I wanted to show you guys the only part of the script that I'm not going to change whatsoever, right? I'm not going to change it whatsoever. I'm going to add on to it, but I'm not going to change what we have right there. The one thing I'm not going to show you guys is the whole therapy session, because I feel like that would just give away the entire premise, because though I am changing that entire premise, I am making it better and longer and bigger and more, I don't want to say vulnerable, but just more vulnerable, you know? So yeah, basically for the very first writing episode we have of this thing, is what I learned is that less is more. I didn't try to do any like super long monologues to begin the thing, just kind of build off the relationship and build off the characters that we're gonna have, just kind of short lines, funny yet little insightful into how their relationship is. That's what it was important to me when I'm watching a show, and I'm basing this a lot off like Gilmore Girls, because it is something I'm watching right now, so I'm basing it a lot off Gilmore Girls, and I'm basing it off how Rory and Lorelai have a very close relationship, yet every now and then they'll have like very deep and insightful conversations, and the majority of it is comedy. I'm trying to do the inverse of that, where the majority of it is deep and insightful conversations with a little sprinkle of very well-needed comedy. So that's essentially what I'm doing, is I'm basing this off Gilmore Girls, yet Gilmore Girls was a comedy, and this is not necessarily supposed to be a comedy, but just like the way that the characters interact with one another, something that I'm very like, I'm in love with, and something I wanted to continue for this. So anyways, I'm not going to ramble on too much. I have to go edit this, but I don't know, I'm really excited for what's next. Literally, what's next, and also the TV series, what's next. It's very vulnerable, did cry a little bit last night writing it, but it's okay. Kind of gonna stop rambling because I feel like my anxiety is coming. So yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. Peace.